Hi everyone, it's Giselle here, and today I want to focus on the question that I get asked quite a lot. People say, why do others have it so easy? Why can others come together and just live their happily ever after? Why do I have to go through this harrowing, difficult, painful experience in order to get my happily ever after? And to that, I want you to understand that things are not always as they seem. It's as if life is one big Facebook, people posting posts of, oh, look at us being happy and look at us this and that. They're not going to want to air their dirty laundry and say how awful it is sometimes and how exhausting the conversations are and how sometimes being with this person feels like pulling teeth because they won't actually be the person that they want them to actually be. So, whilst things may appear a certain way on the surface, what we must remember is that things aren't always as they seem. I had this one client who looks very happy with his new girlfriend um, to the outside world, but deep down, there's a lack of trust in the relationship. There's a possessiveness, a jealousy. Of course, they're not going to show that to the outside world. She's not going to go around, you know, shouting and screaming at him and whenever he does something that makes her insecure. Although hints and pieces of that are showing whenever they're together and another girl starts talking to him, she'll immediately rush to his side and start being all over him. It's like, good grief, woman, get a grip. Have some faith in this person, or else what's the point in you two being together? But the thing with that is that they're not really broadcasting that out. I mean, it's quite embarrassing to go to their friends and family and say, yeah, we're together for now, but she doesn't trust me and she thinks I'm going to go off and, be with other people and all this. It's not always as it seems. Equally so, if not even more so, with people in the entertainment industry. I had one client who compared her situation to that of a movie star and said, oh, but this person found the love of their life and everything went easy and now they're together. Why is my story harrowing and difficult? And again, the thing with that is we don't know everything that goes on in the background. But what I want to say is that even though things appear hard for you now, they will not remain that way if you are determined to not create more of the same. Things are ever evolving. Relationships need work. Whether you're together physically or not, relationships need work. And I know for a fact that if I had everything I wanted my way from the beginning, it would have still been hard work. It's not like we would have come together and all would have been great and that would have been that. I had my own issues to deal with, my career change, going after bigger things, not settling for just the minimal of what I thought I was worthy of. In fact, I feel this time spent alone, well, not really alone, because in spirit you are together. But this time spent physically distant or apart has brought me more clarity faster than I would have had we have had to work through our issues together. Because being in your own energy, you can set a course and do it a lot quicker and more streamlined. I hope this is making sense to you. Rather than having to be with them, because I know I would have fallen back into the pattern of being overly nurturing, like a mother, overly giving, and then feeling, oh, I'm not getting back, and then harboring a bit of resentment for that, for not receiving equally as I was giving. But now I realize that being a mother is not what I should be doing for my boyfriend or husband. I should do that for my kids. And even then, I should, relax and not be quite so full on. Which is quite ironic since I'm not a mother. But I guess it's just the nurturing qualities within me. But through this experience, I've learned to not be so full on with that. Just chill. And I'm sure that if they wanted me to take care of them, they'd allow me to, but just not in that over giving way. And really what it taught me is that I had to nurture myself and really put myself first rather than projecting outwards and nurturing other people. I had to nurture myself and use that nurturing towards myself. I had to heal myself rather than trying to heal everyone else. Heal myself. And this is what this journey is. It's a journey of inner reflection, of inner rebuilding. Self-love. You cannot, and it sounds really cliche, but it's true. You cannot love someone else unless you fully love yourself. Because then, if you don't fully love yourself, there will always be a pattern repeating. There will always be you being codependent upon someone else, looking to them for happiness, to them for satisfaction. It's like that couple with the possessive girlfriend. She's always looking to him to make her feel secure, but it's not him actually doing anything. He's not going around cheating on her and doing all sorts of stuff. But unless she can be secure within herself, she's never going to be secure within the relationship. And so we have been given this opportunity, and I want you to see this as an opportunity because that's what it is. We've been given this opportunity to work out all of the fine-tuning within ourselves first so that we can have a better chance at harmoniously coming together and then being more aligned and then being able to benefit more of the good that we can bring to each other, of the strengths that we have together. Because yesterday I actually did a reading for somebody. It wasn't a twin flame situation. Basically, she wants to be in a twin flame situation. She really wants that ultimate love of her life. But she kind of settled for just a next door neighbor because it had lessons to teach her, but also she just didn't want to be alone anymore. She's like, I'm fed up. I want to be with someone. Oh, this guy's coming along. He seems all right. Let's give him a shot. But again, they were not in alignment. They were not in perfect harmony. It's not a soul contract to the extent of a twin flame. It was just a karmic kind of little situation. It wasn't even a long-term thing. It only lasted a couple of months, but it's run its course. That's what it was meant to do, just to activate something within each other. But of course, if you're going to go into something, any situation, whether that's for work or for romance, where you're not in alignment, you are not going to then receive magically the perfect dream situation because you're broadcasting an energy of, I'm not ready. I'm just going to settle for this situation because I don't want to be lonely. But that is not an act of self-love or an act of feeling complete and whole within yourself. And too many people do it, and then they broadcast out to the world, look, we are happy, we are having an awesome time, life is beautiful, look at my Facebook page. But deep down, there are horrendous insecurities, really, really painful, crippling doubts and mistrust, and a massive lack of self-worth. So this couple with the insecure girlfriend do you know what? I'm not going to lie and say it's just her, it's actually him too. They attracted each other into each other's lives. They both have a very warped sense of self-worth, and therefore it would do them good to just have some time apart and really work on that. if they want to come together harmoniously again, or just, find someone who is more in alignment with who they are. But, you wouldn't be able to tell looking at their Facebook profiles. You think, oh my God, these people are happy, they're having the best time. Is having the best time crying every single night, arguing every single night about the same thing. I don't trust you. I think you're going to go and run off with someone else. I hate the fact that you're still friends with people you've dated in the past. They're going to try and get you away from me. And then he tries to argue, but they have their own people now. They are actually in relationships. And they're having none of it. Oh no, but if you were once in a relationship with them, then I'm sure you can do it again, blah, 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 blah. And it's a vicious, never-ending cycle. And I know these are only examples, right? But I'm just wanting to really illustrate to you that you can take this opportunity as a golden opportunity to fine-tune everything. You've already met the person that you want to be with. So the hard part is over. It's not like you're going to have to go and do another search and look for them again. It's not like they're lost. They're there. You found them. You are now being given the opportunity to fine-tune everything. And if you think you're perfectly already the person that you were meant to be and there's nothing more to be improved upon you, then wow. But also, I don't think that's possible, because we are ever evolving. Even when we come together in our relationships, we will still be evolving. We'll be doing it together, but we will still be evolving. Nothing is done. Things are always ever evolving. It's like that in nature too. It's a circle of life. Everything is ever evolving. Do you want to evolve together or evolve apart? That's the question. But this opportunity is a golden opportunity to really fine-tune everything about yourself. I mean, I know for a fact that had I received everything that I thought I wanted right from the beginning, I would have projected my insecurity of lack of self-worth. The fact that my job wasn't going the way I wanted. Wouldn't blame him for it, but still, he would say, why are you not 100% happy? I thought us being together is what you wanted. Oh, but my job is awful and it's kind of taken its toll on my happiness and self-worth. Little things like that. It may not even be your job. You may have the best job in the world, but there must be other areas in your life. Through doing some soul searching, through doing some finding out about yourself, you will come to understand the things that do need fine-tuning, because everybody has something. Nobody is here and is absolutely 100% perfect. Nobody. And that's the beauty of it, is that we can use this opportunity to wow each other when we do come back together. Say to them, look, this is what I've done with my life. Not just change of career or anything like that. Just I've become a very amazing person, in the sense that I am no longer looking for love outside of myself. I am not going to be burdening you with wanting for you to be the sole purpose for my happiness. I'm not going to be looking at you every morning going, so hi darling, what are you going to do to make me happy today? No. It's like that couple who don't trust each other. Unless you can build that inner strength and inner security, you're always going to doubt everything. You need to be the one that builds that security within you first, or you will always project that upon the other person. You need to make yourself happy first, or you're always going to ask the other person to make you happy. You need to be the one to love yourself first, or you're always going to doubt whether the other person loves you. You need to be the one that holds yourself in such a high regard that you're not going to be looking outside for validation, constantly asking, am I pretty enough? Am I this enough? That's exhausting. You don't want them to constantly reflect their insecurities upon you. You want them to be solid, happy and secure, strong and, in a positive vibration, wanting to make things good. Yes, you'll have down days, but the predominant energy about you too is that you are in a high vibration, wanting to make the best of your life. That's the best thing for coming together. You don't want to come together at your weakest point and drag each other down for ages until you can come back together. It's like that woman who went into a relationship with someone she didn't really want to go in a relationship with. He unloaded all of his misery onto her, and she said, wow, this relationship was awful. It was it was just finished before it even started. It was over before it had the chance to become anything, because we didn't even get our honeymoon period. He was already concerned with STDs and all this load of nonsense before we could even have sex. I mean, that's awful. So take this as a golden opportunity. This cloud has a silver lining. You can fine tune. You attracted each other at a time for a specific purpose. I know I attracted mine because I wanted an ultimate romantic experience. I wanted to meet the love of my life. But I still had some fine-tuning to do. I still had to create the career path of my dreams, because even though I already had a career and I already was kind of utilizing the degree that I had studied for, it wasn't fulfilling at all, and I knew that. So now I had the opportunity to completely make a change, study for degree number 2 and apply that, and have this job which is helping so many of you, which fulfills me so much more than my other career could have ever. And so, whilst you may be thinking, why do other people have it so easy? Really, really look at that, It's not what it all seems. It's not what they are showing you. They are just showing a tiny fragment. Looking at that couple that doesn't trust each other, you would think that they were happy. They're constantly hugging and smiling and taking pictures together and going to these events. But behind closed doors, there's this crippling, painful doubt of things even lasting, and her constantly being in tears. I mean, that is not a happy relationship. I'm just glad that on my own, I'm not constantly in tears, crying every night, thinking things might end. I'm actually in a hopeful state, working towards something and knowing that things are going to flourish. So things aren't always as they seem, and please